On July the 2nd, 1994, a tragedy took place that shook the world of football to its core. A talented and beloved player, Andrés Escobar, was taken from us far too soon. Known for his exceptional skills on the field and his passion for the sport, Andrés was one of the most recognisable faces in the world of football, but his life was cut short just days after his own goal led to Colombia's elimination from the World Cup. In this documentary, we will delve into the events that led to Andrés' death and explore the impact it had on the world of football. Andrés Escobar was a phenomenal footballer. At just 19 years old, he burst onto the scene, taking the football world by storm and quickly becoming a vital player for the powerhouse team Atlético Nacional, a team which had been funded by Pablo Escobar. Growing up in the streets of Medellin, Escobar owned his skills to become one of the most talented centre-backs in the game, leading his team to unprecedented heights. In a mere 3 years after his debut, Escobar captured the hearts of fans across the continent as he guided Nacional to victory in the highly coveted Copa Libertadores tournament. This was a defining moment in Colombian soccer history, as Nacional became the first team from the century to claim this illustrious title. When Escobar joined the Colombian national team at 21, he already had the reputation of a seasoned pro, known for his exceptional skills, leadership and sportsmanship. Despite being surrounded by legendary players like Carlos Valderrama, René Higuita and Faustino Asprilla, Escobar emerged as the true captain and the heart of the team. His focused demeanour, well-spoken nature and elegant playing style earned him the nickname The Gentleman, a testament to his class both on and off the field. After a long wait, the Colombian soccer team finally had their moment in the spotlight at the 1990 World Cup in Italy. The Colombian squad was a force to be reckoned with, taking on the might of West Germany and securing a historic last-minute draw. Though they were ultimately defeated in the round of 16 by Cameroon, the team's performance sent shockwaves through the football world, announcing to the world that Colombia was not to be underestimated. 3 years later, the Colombian squad was stronger and more united than ever, led by their inspirational captain, Andrés Escobar. Escobar was a man on a mission, determined to bring World Cup glory to his country and cement his legacy as one of the greatest soccer players of all time. The team sailed through South American qualification, setting the stage for their showdown with the seemingly invincible Argentine team. And then, in one of the most unforgettable performances in football history, Colombia delivered a crushing 5-0 victory against Argentina in Buenos Aires. This triumph earned them a ticket to the 1994 World Cup and confirmed their status as one of the top national teams in the world. The passion, skill and unwavering determination of Andrés Escobar and the Colombian squad captured the hearts and minds of football fans everywhere, setting the stage for an unforgettable tournament. The excitement was palpable as the national team, touted as the best in South America, took the field at El Monumental in Buenos Aires. Even Argentine legend Diego Maradona stood in awe as he watched the Colombian players showcase their exceptional talent and skill, resulting in a standing ovation from the Argentine crowd. With a remarkable record during the World Cup qualification rounds, conceding just 2 goals in 6 games, Los Cafeteros had become a force to be reckoned with. As the team set off for Los Angeles, the Colombian people were filled with a sense of hope and pride. The national team's success had given the people an escape from the brutal cartel war and syndicates that had plunged the country into chaos and uncertainty. Not to mention the fact Colombian football and states had been partially controlled and funded by Lord Pablo Escobar, who had also owned Andrés Escobar's club. The World Cup was an opportunity for the team to prove their worth on the world stage and to bring hope to a nation in need of a hero. Captain Andrés Escobar was the face of this new hope, a charismatic leader with an unparalleled passion for the game and an unwavering commitment to his team. His elegant style and undeniable talent had made him a household name and a true gentleman of football. With Escobar at the helm, Los Cafeteros were ready to make history and ignite the passion of a nation longing for glory. Unfortunately, Colombia's first match at the 1994 World Cup against Romania did not go as planned, with the team suffering a devastating 3-1 loss. The pressure was on for their next match against the United States on June the 22nd, 1994 at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. The match was a must-win for Colombia, as the two top teams from each group, along with the top 4 third-place finishers, would advance to the knockout stage. And with Colombia sitting in last place after their first match, the stakes were pretty high. As a centre-back, Escobar's primary responsibility was to defend the goal and keep the opposing team from scoring. But on that fateful day, he would score a goal that would change the course of his career and, of course, his life. As John Harkes, the American midfielder, launched a cross from the left-hand side towards the penalty area, Andrés Escobar's heart pounded in his chest. He knew that a single misstep could cost his team the game. If the ball passed behind him, the USA forward, who had sneaked behind the defence, would be in a prime position to score. With a surge of determination, Escobar lunged forward, his body fully extended, and slid across the field to block the cross. His mind raced as he focused on the ball, hoping to deflect it away from danger. But in a split second, the unthinkable happened. The ball ricocheted off of Escobar's outstretched leg and sailed past the wrong-footed goalkeeper, Oscar Cordoba, into their own net. The stadium erupted into chaos as the crowd roared with excitement, and the American team celebrated their unexpected goal. For Escobar and his Colombian teammates, the dream of victory turned into a nightmare in an instant, causing Colombia's defeat against the United States and placing them on the brink of elimination. The own goal was a crushing blow for Escobar. The match was a turning point in the tournament, and its outcome would have a far-reaching consequence for Escobar, his team, and the entire nation. The Colombian people, who, like I said earlier, were suffering already in their home country, were left to watch as their dreams of World Cup glory was shattered by a single heartbreaking moment. Despite the disappointment of their loss to the United States, Colombia did manage to bounce back in their third match of the 1994 World Cup. They secured a 2-0 victory over Switzerland, giving the team and fans a glimmer of hope. However, the celebration was short-lived, as Romania's victory over the US ultimately sealed Colombia's fate and eliminated them from the tournament. The nation was left to reflect on what could have been, as their World Cup journey came to an abrupt end. Following Colombia's elimination from the World Cup, Andrés Escobar made his way back to his home country, eager to put the experience behind him. Despite the pleas of his loved ones to stay out of the public eye, Escobar was determined to move forward with his life. The footballer was well aware that some fans were still upset about his infamous own goal, but he was ready to face any challenges that lay ahead. In an effort to ease tensions and show that he was still dedicated to the sport, Escobar wrote a statement that appeared in El Tiempo, a newspaper in Bogota. Life doesn't end here. We have to go on. Life cannot end here. No matter how difficult, we must stand back up. We only have two options. Either allow anger to paralyze us and the violence continues, or we overcome and try our best to help others. It's our choice. Let us please maintain respect. My warmest regards to everyone. It's been a most amazing and rare experience. We'll see each other again soon, because life does not end here. This very statement would remain one of the most chilling things in football. The incident. On that fateful night of July the 1st, 1994, the gentle giant of Colombian soccer, Andrés Escobar, met a tragic end. Despite being known for his unwavering calm and sportsmanship, he was unable to escape the wrath of furious fans who were still seething from Colombia's elimination from the World Cup. As he went out with friends, visiting bars in his hometown of Medellin, little did he know that this would be his last night on earth. In the early hours of the day, as he stood alone in a parking lot, a group of vengeful men approached him, fueled by the intense emotions of a shattered dream and the bitter disappointment of their World Cup loss. They began to argue with him about the infamous own goal. The situation quickly escalated, and before Escobar knew it, he was embroiled in a physical altercation with his attackers. The gentle footballer was no match for the furious men who pumped 6 bullets into his body and left him to perish. The shocking loss of the beloved soccer star sent shockwaves across Colombia, leaving a permanent scar on the nation's history and sports culture. The killer, Humberto Castro Munoz, was a bodyguard for a powerful cartel in Colombia and was arrested for Escobar's murder just hours after the incident. He admitted to the crime the next day, confessing that he had been hired by Santiago Gallon, who had allegedly lost a significant amount of money betting on the outcome of a World Cup match. Though Munoz was convicted of the crime and received a sentence of 43 years, the reality of the tragedy was that he would only serve 11 years of the sentence due to good behaviour. This further highlights the senselessness and the devastating impact of violence on those who are taken too soon. Now, this is a story that you might think could never happen again, but unfortunately, the same incident nearly took place during the 2018 World Cup. In 2018, the World Cup was marred by a chilling reminder of the past when Colombian national team player Carlos Sanchez was threatened online after being sent off just 3 minutes into the country's opening match against Japan. The online death threats were a haunting echo of the tragedy that befell Andrés Escobar 27 years prior. The death threats made against Carlos Sanchez serve as a sad reminder that this message still hasn't fully been received to everyone. The ability to anonymously hide behind a screen and make violent threats is not just cowardly, it's extremely dangerous, which honestly, that just obviously goes without saying. The impact of those words can be felt long after the World Cup is over, and the damage they cause can never truly be undone. Football has the ability to bring people together and create a sense of community regardless of background or nationality. The game should be a source of unity and positivity, not a platform for hate and violence. I'm sorry this story is upsetting, however, it shows some harsh realities of the game, and I don't think moments like this should be ignored or forgotten about, particularly as, like I said, it could have happened again. I don't want to end on a sad note, so I'd like to take you over to a video about the amazing rise of Arsenal and why they will win the Premier League. Thank you all for watching this video. I'll see you there.